Cloud Gurus! Welcome back to another AWS This Week, where we find out what goodies AWS have in store for us from the past 7 days. I'm your friendly neighborhood Jess Alvarez, and in this week, Amazon QuickSight now has a community hub. AWS Backup gets a new buddy. We meet the new local zones. And last, but certainly not least, we wish DynamoDB a happy birthday. Stay tuned to hear the full story in this episode of AWS This Week. QuickSighters assemble! Amazon QuickSight is a serverless business intelligence service that allows everyone to view and understand data with pretty interactive dashboards, natural language questions, and uses machine learning to find patterns and anomalies in that data. The big news? It now has a shiny, brand new community hub. This will allow QuickSighters to come together to get started, dive in deeper, and not have to sift through the mounds and mounds of different places to find more information about QuickSight. The community hub has 3 sections: question and answer, the learning center, and announcements. Access to the community can be gained through the QuickSight UI or from the QuickSight overview page at the bottom. You do not need credentials to browse through the community, but you do need to log in to post there. Have fun, QuickSighters! Let's have a chat about AWS Backup Gurus. AWS Backup is a fully managed service that is used to manage and automate backups on several services across AWS. Create plans with policies to ensure backups are taken regularly, and set life cycles to ensure that old backups are deleted as you need them to be. Here's the thing about AWS Backup. It is only available for specific services. And that brings me to the news. S3 is now included in those services. This is great news for anyone who's ever needed to restore their S3 buckets or objects. You can do just that with a few clicks or a single API call. This new functionality does not include cross-region or cross-account backups or a lifecycle to cold storage as of yet. Regions are limited, so make sure you do the needful before you go spreading the good news to your organization. Local zones. What are they, Jess? Local zones are an infrastructure deployment that extends regions to the edge of the cloud. This is great news for any applications that require ultra-low latency, like real-time gaming, live video streaming, virtual reality, etc. The launch of these 16 local zones across the US expect to provide single-digit millisecond latency performance. The new local zones will allow customers to use core AWS services locally while maintaining connection to the rest of their workloads. This announcement also means the simplification of hybrid cloud migrations. Excited about the new zones? Well, they're not done yet. Expect to see 32 other local zones in 26 countries in the future. I don't know about you, but I am super excited to watch the cloud expand and bring us a future in cloud that is seamless and smooth like butter. And now, happy birthday, DynamoDB! January 18th, 2012, Jeff and Werner announced the general availability of Amazon DynamoDB, a fully managed, flexible, NoSQL database service. Fun DynamoDB fact? It was birthed from merging Dynamo, Amazon's original non-relational database, and SimpleDB, Amazon's original NoSQL service. DynamoDB aimed to be scalable, have low latency to retrieve data, and be simple enough that you could declare a table and the system would take care of the low-level complexity. Over its decade of life, DynamoDB has evolved based off of feedback from AWSers, making hundreds of improvements. What started out as a question of why are we doing it this way, turned into a major puzzle piece to thousands of cloud environments around the globe. Celebrate this decade of innovation virtually with AWS on March 1st. Happy birthday, DynamoDB! Well then, I hope you enjoyed this episode of AWS This Week. I'll include links in the resources to cover all the fancy new things we covered today. Don't forget to join our awesome Discord community, where you can hang out with all your favorite AWS training architects and like-minded people. Thank you so much for watching. Keep being awesome cloud gurus, and we'll see you next time.